Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 108. Hello, my name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our cat Daisy. And I love to crochet, and I love to knit. I like to sew when I get a chance, but it's not always easy. That doesn't happen very often. So like I said, I live in the Chicago suburbs, so you will hear airplanes going over my house quite frequently. Most of the time I just tune it out, so that's what you hear. I mean, if you hear a weird sound, that's probably what it is. So, shall we just get started? I mean, there's life stuff, but it's all work related, and I don't want to talk about work right now. It's crazy. So yeah, let's talk about yarny goodness, shall we? So, finished objects, I have two. So yeah, this is a crochet. I say it's a crochet podcast, but I like to knit, so of course I'm gonna have finished objects that are knit. So the first one I wanted to show you is living in my sock bag, my avocado sock bag from Slip Stitch Studios. That one's so hard to say. I keep saying like they're going out of business, they're not going out of business, they're going out of business, they're not going out. So if you go look at their website, I'm sure you'll find something. I love this bag. I think it's so cute. Love it. So in here was a pair of socks that I was knitting. So I have a color for heels, toes, and cuffs. It is Lang Jaw Wool in the color 8112. I think that is Colonial Blue, which is this color here. Very nice blue color. And then the main color was Patton's Crochet Socks. I would trade the label, it's all covered with stickers. The colorway is called Cameo Colors. This is all I have left. So it was a 50 gram ball that I got at the store, and 2 pairs of socks. This is all I have left. So my socks, I do them 2 at a time. I usually follow, my recipe is I do Basic Toe Up Pattern by Wendy Pronger Geckner. So it's a vanilla sock. I don't do the heel from that one. I do the Shadow Wrap heel by Denise. It's not, she didn't create it. She has a tutorial though, which will all be linked down below. Denise from Earth Tones Girls did, or Earth Tones Girl. Wow. I'm having a hard time talking here. She did a tutorial on how to do that, and I always do it where I don't have to cut my main color when I'm putting in a different color for the heel. And this time I did a squishy heel, so I didn't purl on the way back, I just knit back and forth on the heel, so it gave it a really squishy texture. And I did a shorty rolled cuff. I didn't do a ribbed cuff or anything like that. So, you ready to see? So here are my socks. They are definitely mixed. They don't look alike at all just because of the way the colors came out. Like I said, I did a really squishy heel, so that should be fun. I have done this kind of heel before when I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I've done a squishy heel like this. Those don't bother me at all. So I did have trouble because this is the first time I did that kind of heel on the shadow wrap heel. I did have some issues with that. It may just be because I wasn't paying attention. I was watching a TV show or something. So yeah, so again, like I said, a rolled hem, or a rolled cuff. So let's flip you around. There you go. So this is where I was. I had just gotten to the heel, so I hadn't even seen that, and then finished cuff. So yeah, so those are my finished socks, which I might be wearing this weekend. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. So finished object number 1. That counts as 2, right? So I have 3 finished objects. The other finished object that I have, you haven't even seen me work on it. Like it wasn't even a make in progress. It was, I mentioned it to you last time. It is the Elemental Triangle Cowl. All yarns, all fun yarns and patterns I talk about will be linked down below. So yeah, so the Elemental Triangle Cowl, the yarn that I used is this Big Twist yarn sparkle. The color is Sapphire. So this is from Joann's. It's a real cheap acrylic yarn. You get a lot of bang for your buck. I used about a skein and a half of that. So you ready to see? So here we are. Here is my finished Elemental Triangle Cowl. So it's a cowl that you are supposed to wear like you would, you know, when you have like a regular triangle cowl and or shawl and you wrap it around, so it's supposed to look like that. But you won't have the ends that will fall off and like all of it. So let me stand up. You can see my Black Widow. Oh yeah, this navy and black looks great together. Anyway, so yeah, I made it a little extra longer than normal. So my belly button is like right here, so it comes to my belly button. And then of course I made it wider when I made it longer. Made it wider, so yeah. This has not been washed or blocked or anything like that. I just finished it last night, woven the ends. Here we are. So yeah, I really like the sparkle in this. It's a fun stitch to do. It's a cluster stitch pretty much is what it is. Yeah, and then I really like the border as well. I thought the border looks really nice. So I'm sure once it is washed, it'll lay flatter. There's the back part of it as well. So yeah. I have done this pattern before, so it's fun to do another pattern that you're familiar with, you know? Oh, I didn't show you I was living in my Lilo and Stitch bag. Okay, makes in progress. I have 4, although I only wrote down 3. I have 4. So let's keep going with we'll start with knit and then we'll go to crochet. So first, make in progress. Living in my lovely quilted project bag, sock maker extraordinaire. So these are socks for sure. These are socks that I am making for my husband. Doing the same recipe that I've always done. The yarns that I am using, this is Valley Yarns Huntington, and the colorway Light Heather Gray. And then this is Oink Pigment Fiber. all done. See if I have the ball band here. I know I do. Oh, it's just Oink Pigments, and they're Shortie Sock, which is 90% superwash Targhee instead of superwash merino, and 10% nylon. So Targhee is a type of sheep. And this is the color. It is called Plum Drum Weekend. Purples and grays, which are my favorite colors. My husband likes purple as well, so that's why I picked that for him. So, like I said, I do 2 at a time. I follow the sock recipe from Basic Toe Up by Wendy Pronger-Geckner, and then I do the shadow wrap heel. I did a normal heel for him because it's his first pair of hand knit socks. Yes, I have gotten through the heel now. So, this is what they're looking like. This is where I was last time, so I have basketball stitch marker because he loves basketball. Yeah, I did all that. I did the heel. And then I have just started up the leg. He said he wants the leg to be pretty long. So this is going to be on the needles for quite a bit longer. Just because there's so much, they're not that much bigger than mine, but they feel like they're huge compared to and I only added 12 more stitches. Only 12 stitches, that's not that much. Anyway, so yeah, very excited about those. I had him try them on, they fit great, so we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. My other knit project is one that I finished, and it was too big. And then people were like, oh, just give it a try. And I was like, but now that he doesn't have hair, his head isn't that big. My head is huge, and it was big on my head. So yeah, so I washed it. It only got bigger. So I decided I'm just gonna frog it and start all over. It is living in this cute, I don't even know, was it a mandala bag that a lady from church made for me. It is, I didn't even tell you what pattern it was. It's the Barley Light hat, which I've made this before, and it is my favorite hat, so I'm excited to have it in fun color. Do I have, I do. So the yarn that I'm using is Allegheny Fiber Arts. It is a fingering weight, 75% superwash Corridel, and 25% nylon in the colorway Blueberries. And actually this is the frogged yarn, so you can see it's kind of wrinkly still, but it'll go great with my hair. So the last time I made it, I used 3.75 millimeter needles. The first time I did it, I did 3.0 millimeter needles. So it was almost a whole millimeter difference, and I think I misread something and cast on way too many. So, so I was going through my needle stash, couldn't find my 3.0 millimeter needles. So I don't know what I knit them on. I'm so confused. Anyway, so I ordered some new to me needles. I usually do Chowgu red lace. Love those. They're my favorites. But this time I decided, I've heard a lot about this brand and this type of knitting needle. It is the Luca Driftwood. So I have the cable, and then I also ordered some DPNs as well. Because somehow I'm missing those DPNs as well. I don't know. Anyway, so I restarted it. I cast on fewer stitches than I did the first time, and I've got the smaller needles, so we should be good. Although the cable is so short, that's how big it, so there's no way I'm trying this on till I'm done. Excuse me. But so here we are so far. I've already done different things. So the pattern says for 1x1 rib, I did 2x2, and then because I added more stitches, I had to change the purl section, or the garter section here. Yeah, so I had to change the numbers for that. So that is marked by my kitty stitch markers, so that this area is where I do the garter stitch, and then the rest is just knit, stockinette. And then I have this cute skein stitch marker to mark the beginning. And I could have had the garter section start there, but you know, why make things easy for myself? I don't know. So yeah, so I think so far, and of course, wash it, it'll get bigger, right? So yeah, I'm very excited to have this hat. So, okay, that is making progress number 2. Number 3 is one that I forgot to write down. It is the Crochet Memories blanket by Hannah Sigmund of the Cozy Cottage Crochet. So this is where you use your scrap yarn, stuff that's left over, because as you make these blankets, as you make each square, it brings back memories of what you made. It is living in my Gal Gadot Wonder Woman bag. I have added 2 more squares. So this is a join as you go corner to corner blanket. So I noticed Hannah and Kalisha, who have done it, they like start in the middle and go around, and I decided I'm going to start in the corner and go up, which makes things difficult for me because I have to remember which side of the square I need to start. Like I said, I've only added 2 more squares, which are over here. So I have this hot pink one, which is actually a mishmash, because I ran out of this Puffle of Puff skeins, and so I added a little bit of this. It's a one-of-a-kind colorway, but I call it like Banana Berry. And then there's this one, which is this yellow, green, actually it's more aqua, and a royal blue. And then this is from Leading Men Fiber Arts. It is the colorway New Day. It is one of the first fingering weight skeins I ever bought. Is this color right here. Crazy. And then I have this lovely blue tonal from Treasure Goddess yarn, and it is called The City of Fountains, which is a reference to Kansas City, which is where my family, I have lots of family there. Yeah, I have this lovely coffee heartbeat stitch marker. And then I have this lovely stitch marker here. I don't know if that's gonna be able to focus the way I need it to. There we go. Okay. This is supposed to be the water tower in Chicago. This is a Chicago yarn crawl stitch marker. I will talk more about that in a bit. So yeah, so that's making progress number 3. Making progress number 4 is actually also a design in progress. So all my designs, I kind of women who inspire me. I make something in honor of them. Inspires me to make fun designs. Anyway, so just living in my Chitingi bag. For those of you who are new, I was a missionary kid in Africa when I was really little. I actually bought this while I lived there when I was 7. I came home just before I turned 7. I'm going to be 43 here in a couple weeks. So this is a very old piece of fabric. Anyway, so in here is my Rainbows and Feathers shawl, which is in honor of Josephine Baker. So I don't have a pattern to link you to because it's not written all the way yet. But I do have down there in the description box down below, I have a link to the History Chicks podcast. Their episodes, they did 2 episodes, it's a 2-parter episode on Josephine Baker. She's pretty cool. The yarn that I am using is a discontinued yarn, so I'm not going to even tell you about it because when I redo this shawl, I'm going to use fun yarns and that are still available for you. Anywho, so where it's huge. It is huge. Look at this thing. And I'm probably not even halfway done with this yet. So last you saw, I was here. I just finished a row, these shell rows. I'm now thinking I might just do, because it's a double row of shells. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. I may just do 1 row of shells. This is my practice shawl. Like I said, so anyway, I've already made some adjustments for the next time I make this. Yeah, I'm very excited about this one to be ready for it to be done. So maybe I shouldn't start any new projects because I just need to get this done, right? Yeah, I just can't help myself. I have to start new projects. You finish 2, you need to start 2 new ones, right? Yeah. Oh, let me reach them. So, like I said, my birthday is coming up. I want to cast on a pair of socks on my birthday. So these will be birthday socks. Oh, forgot to grab that. So I'm going to do a pair of socks. They're living in my Tiana and Rapunzel bag that I got from Kalisha from the Quirky Monday Craft Cast. The yarn that I have is from Knit Circus, right? Yeah, Knit Circus yarns. They do kits where you get 2 skeins all caked up, ready to go. Gradient yarn. This one is called Whirlwind Romance. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's 2 cakes with 150 yards. It's 75 grams total. So they won't be really big socks, which is fine. Part of me is wondering if I should take one apart, like have it wound the other way. So like I'd have one start with the pink and then one start with the purple. But then the other part of me is like, no, start with the purple and then have them both end up with pink. Because I wanted to try something new for my socks. My cousin had this book called Socktacular. It is by Knit Picks. What is that noise? I don't know what that was. Anyway, so this one is basically, it's a recipe book. Gives you the knitting charts for things. I am wanting to do like a lacy looking sock, kind of like that. I don't know if I want to go all the way down my foot, or if I just want to be like up the leg, and then do, it also has picot bind off, which I think would be cute to have on those socks. But part of me is also like, do I want to have them like mix matched? So like start at purple on the one foot, and then on the other sock start with pink. I don't know. I'm still debating about that. I have a couple weeks. Here's the picot bind off cuff. Or is that where you start off? Oh yeah. Toe up socks, that's how you bind off. It's a picot bind off. So, I think that'll be fun. So I have a couple weeks to think about how I want to do those socks. But that's what I'm going to do. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start another knit project. That means I would have 3 knit projects on the go. This is a crochet podcast. I'm supposed to be talking all about crochet. So I need a crochet project to start. One of them, this one won't take me long though. I don't know if you've seen Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful. She is doing a strawberry shortcake make-along. So you can do anything, either like the character strawberry shortcake or any of the characters that were part of that show, which I loved when I was little. That was one of my favorite characters. I also liked Rose Petal. I don't know if anybody else remembers Rose Petal. It was all these, it's like strawberry shortcake, but instead of being like fruity flavored desserts, they were all flowers. And they had a scent, just like strawberry shortcake did. But anyway, I haven't met anybody who remembers Rose Petal. And I don't have my dolls anymore, so anyway. If you remember them, comment down below. Let me know that it's not just in my head. So, I was like, well, I want to make something cute and fun. Yeah. So I found this pattern. It's a free pattern. It is chocolate covered strawberries. It's like, I really like that idea. So, I will link this down below as well. Yeah, it won't take me long to make this. So, yeah. Thinking I might do this one here. But then long-term crochet project that I want to get started is the Siri shawl by Hannah. There's Hannah. Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet. This is a crocheted shawl. It uses fingering weight yarn. It looks like it's just easy peasy, kind of like the triangle cowl that I just finished. So it's going to live in my Wonder Woman bag because I love Wonder Woman. Let's see, what does it call for? So fingering weight, 2 skeins, so approximately 830 yards. Yeah. So she used 2 skeins of like a hank of that you would buy at a local yarn shop. But I think I got this from Hannah as well. It is the Shawl and a Cake by Lion Brand Yarns. This is my color, this beautiful blue. So this has 481 yards in it already. The colorway is Wind Chimes, but it's a sparkly blue. So I actually have 2 of these, so I can make a pretty big shawl. Hold on, does it start at the beginning? Or do you start? you start at the smaller end, so you keep going till you're done. You keep going till you run out of yarn, so you get bigger. Anyway, so yeah, that is another project that I'm going to start soon. Okay, so Chicago Yarn Crawl starts today. Today is Saturday, July 22nd. It started today. Super excited. But I got an email a couple weeks ago. It was right after I recorded the last podcast. Llama Llama is closing, which makes me so sad. So Llama Llama Ding Dong is my local yarn shop. It is like a mile and a half down the road. Love them. Loved hanging out with Yax and Rue, the owners, and then the ladies that I met while I was there. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. But they are, yeah, everything is on sale now. You can go online and buy stuff if you want. So obviously, Yarn Crawl is like their last hoorah. So I'm planning on going tomorrow to go see them, talk with them. Their post where they said they were closing, Yax commented, like, said, I'm writing this from my hospital bed. So she's been sick for a while. They have no idea what it is. The doctor seemed to think like she is allergic to wool, which as a yarn shop owner and as a yarn dyer, that's bad. So anyway, so if you want, I'll link them down below. I will link the Yarn Crawl, and so you can see all the shops down below. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm really just gonna go to Llama Llama tomorrow. Ryan is headed to camp this week, so I can go and visit yarn shops the whole week, and yeah. Anyway, but I'm definitely planning on next Saturday. I'm heading up to Wool & Company and Elgin Knit. I'm meeting some friends up there on Saturday. Super excited. Rose and Kit. I'm so excited to see you guys. And we'll see what else we get up to while we're there. I do have some things that I'm going to be looking for. I have some patterns in mind that I want to find yarn for, so I can go do all that. So yeah, I will vlog again, like where I go and who all I see and what I buy. I'll do a haul video for sure. So yeah, so that's all. I hope to see you. Please comment, say hey. I try to keep up with all the comments, although I don't get as many as some. But anyway, with all of that said, I will see you later. God bless. Bye!